What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cap. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here, and we are in for an amazing journey. Guess what, Capricorn? It's your general energy weekly spread. So with the general energy weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, Cap, there may be some messages here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cap. So Capricorn, with this reading, I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Dope. And then in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Capricorn. I love it. Look at you, got emeralds on the mind, because you got the first card of Taurus here, Cap, which is the Emerald card. And with this card, this is a card of healing, fertility, eternity, reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, strong relationship, balance, free-flowing love, mature love, and heart chakra. In Capricorn, whenever this card comes up, I will say, this is just to get this out of the way, if we are looking for little ones, just because, you know, the sexuality, fertility, if we're thinking about little ones, look at you. You know, might be time to make a little emerald there, but if not, let's be mindful. But when this, on a bigger scale, when this card comes up, you know, I feel like this is something that if you've been feeling hurt in some kind of way, you know, and not like, I mean, just been feeling kind of down, or if there's just something that you've been, some healing that needs to be done. This is a great card for, you know, taking time to reflect, especially with us too, Cap, being in Taurus season, which the energy is just one of just slowing down, being present, you know, being aware of all of your senses and doing things that are pleasing for them. But then couple that with, you know, Mercury is going to be retrograding. I've been talking to the other earth signs about this. Mercury is going to be retrograding in all three of the earth signs this year. And so this is going to be a great time for reflection for you, to just to kind of see, are you good with where you're at on your journey? And if not, you know, and I mean just like, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, where's our security at? Just thinking with Taurus energy. And if we're feeling lacking somewhere, let's take some time. Let's restore that area. Let's give some free flowing love. Just really nurture yourself. You know, get outside. You know, maybe do some gardening. I don't know, whatever it is you do for recreation. You know, maybe go read a book. You know, baby, live your life. Just take a break. You know, because I feel like the biggest thing when, you know, Capricorn energy, and this is not, you know, this is not a dig, and it's a judgment-free zone. I feel like sometimes you tend to internalize, you know, or may have a tendency, you know, Capricorn energy in general can internalize some of their emotions, you know, being the opposite of Cancer. You know, Cancerians, you know, my sun sign's in Cancer, you know, we're just feeling the emotions all of the time. And it's not to say that you're not emotional, it's just that it's deep, you know, it's like, you know, I feel like we don't like to have it on display. And that's totally fine, but don't ignore it. You know what I mean? Let's not like work through this thing. Let's take the time, even if you have to be by yourself, you know, give this the space to breathe, you know, allow yourself to feel that, because you got to feel it to heal it. You know, if you try to work through this stuff and bury it down, it's just going to keep festering. And with your planet, you know, your ruler being Saturn, that's not what Saturn wants. Saturn does not want you to restrict yourself. It may feel like that, you know, like you're under a lot of restrictions, but it's meant to help you push through, Capricorn, because you're considered the hardest workers of the zodiac, you know, and it's not even like, I don't even feel like you're the hardest workers, just you're the achievers. You know, you're the ones that when you set your sights on something, it's going to get done. And that's saying a lot. But we have to, when you're achieving these great feats, Capricorn, you got to take some time and just recharge. Make sure that your energies are in line here, and make sure that there's a strong internal relationship, you know, as well, because that's going to affect your external ones, you know, when you're taking care of everything here. So, but let's get some tarot on this and get a little more details. Okay, Cap, let's see what we have here. You know, while I was shuffling, just thinking one thing too before we get into these cards. Pluto starting to do his retrograde dance, and we'll be retrograding in your sign. We got a little bit of time, but we'll be retrograding in your sign on after the 11th, I want to say, of June. So be thinking about this. This is great. Retrograde times all over the place for reflection, Capricorn. This I feel like is going to be a great time for you from that really now even to the rest of the year to really be thinking about what this game plan is. You know, how do you want to grow and whatever that looks like for you. But let's get some stuff on the mix here. All right, I'm with it. Yup. Typical. I'm kidding. No, listen, Capricorn. So you have small little reversal storm here, but that's okay. We're gonna get through that because you have the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands, and they're all in reverse, and that's fine because we have the Knight of Wands, we have so many wands. The Knight of Swords here, upright, and just with this little reversal pocket. What better things to reflect on? This is perfect. With the Eight of Cups, for example. If there are any things, you know, whether any kind of vices, anything that's keeping you from getting to your happiness and whatever that looks like, keeping you from filling up your cups, we want to let that stuff go because after the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Cups. And in order to be in the energy of what we want, you know, and again, whatever that looks like for you, the Nine of Cups is like being a magnet and attracting the energies that attracting your abundance and the things that you want. But we have to make space for that, Capricorn. And if there's any things that we're doing, you know, just thinking, let's talk about this Four of Swords being in reverse. For example, let's say physically, how are we doing on rest? And listen, I'm not saying that you have to get like are you getting enough rest for you, Capricorn? That's the real question because everyone's different. You know, sure, there's like a standard, you know, like whatever, but you know, it's cookie cutter. You know, we got to work with our energy. So I'm keeping it open. But are we feeling rested, Capricorn? Are you feeling? Because if you're not, you're not operating at your best. You know, you're not working at your most confident. This is going to affect your esteem. It's going to affect your vitality. It's going to affect all of this stuff. And then let's talk about some other swords here because you got a lot of stuff like this little Eight of Cups, Six of Swords here. Both of these are very heavy emphasis of if we're trying to move on to a new cycle, you know, get the energy to move forward in whatever this looks like, any kind of healing, anything. We got to let some stuff go. We got to figure out, is this like are we stuck in our heads just thinking with this sword stuff here? You know, where's our self-esteem at? You know, have we been beating ourselves up? Because listen, Capricorn, I feel like with your sign too, you know, with you being a sign of achievement, you know, and one who sets out lofty goals, I feel like, and you can definitely achieve them, but I feel like sometimes, you know, when it comes with lofty goals, sometimes you get lofty challenges to get to those goals. And if we've been stuck in like an obstacle here as of late and we've been having trouble maybe kind of powering through and we're starting to doubt our confidence in things, then we need to take a step back and just kind of pause for a second and build ourselves back up, you know, reassess how can we move past this thing, because you absolutely can, Capricorn. But with the Knight of Swords, especially if you find yourself in like a mental block or anything, or even just like a, you know, stuck moving on to the next step, the Knight of Swords, he rules the first two deacons of Aquarius and the last deacon of Capricorn, funny enough. And when he discovers that there are things that are getting in the way. Aquarius energy is innovative. They're gonna think of, if the typical way doesn't work, how they've been going about it, they're gonna go underneath the problem, they're gonna go over the problem, they're gonna find a solution. And they're gonna stick to it because they got that little taste of Capricorn in their chart. They're gonna persevere and accomplish whatever it is that they set out. But it's just remembering, just mentioning with all that air energy, your thoughts, you got to be careful what you're telling yourself always, but I feel like especially, just really just the next year, let's get into a habit of that, because if we're bringing our vibrations down, then we're not just going to get to that destination. So don't let the idea of, how do I want to put this? Know that if you've been feeling down, if things haven't been feeling like, if things have been going your way, this is not forever. And it's just like, and listen, Capricorn, I know it may feel like it in the moment, but we just got to figure out where's the growth that's happening in this experience, so that we can start healing from this and start growing from this, because there's opportunities in these challenges. They're getting you closer to your goals. So just remember that, just whenever we feel stuck or anything, and then if you do, get yourself back in balance, take a step back, because sometimes too, when we just pause and step away from it, the solutions come to us, because if we keep trying to just like force it, then yeah, we're going to get frustrated, and then we're going to exacerbate the problem, however this may be resonating for you. So something to think about there, Cap. Alrighty. Not a bad little start there. Let's get some tea, and let's get some more on this. And Capricorn, just thinking with this too, this Eight of Cups, there's an eclipse that's happening on here, and when this is coming out, the full moon lunar eclipse that happened in Scorpio just happened yesterday. So, and that's not to say again that you need to get this stuff figured out right this second. Just like up to the next lunar eclipses, just be thinking about what ways that we can make some space, that we can let some things go and start welcoming in some new energies, some forward momentum here. But let's get a little bit more. All right, so we got the 8th card of Aquarius here, which is the fish hook card. And with this card, this is a interesting card. It's like a double-edged sword here, because this is a card of powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trap, temptation, bait, con game, great catch. Now here's the higher vibrations. Great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, and multiplication factor. So here's the thing, we're going to do that. We're going to work from low vibration, high vibration, because here's the thing. If something has gotten us feel powerless, or like, and this doesn't even have to be like your vice, or like a mental, maybe even like a mental thing. This could be like a situation, maybe like a relationship has got us feeling down, whether this be familial, romantic, platonic, whatever. This could be a job situation. This could be whatever, like maybe a neighbor, I don't know, Capricorn. But if there is anything that's got you just feeling down, paralyzed, any of those low vibrations, again, let's work on correcting some of those stuff. And, just like pick one and tackle this, Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep that there. Let's just, if you're noticing something where you feel like caught up by something, let's just, even if we're not sure how we're going to go about it yet, like, let's just make sure that we have eyes on it, just like of any sort of thing that has us feeling that way. But I will say so too with this now we're in the medium vibration. Well, I don't know if this is medium vibration, but just something to be mindful of, just because I've been noticing things as far as like with different emails and texts and just all types of stuff. Be mindful of any sort of like bait, con games, phishing scams for like emails and, asking for random informations, websites that we just, all of that stuff, and it's, not to keep you scared, just something to, have some, get you aware, this kind of stuff, Capricorn, when you get those random calls and they're like, I just got something saying like, hey, check your medical thing from, what was it, from like Florida or something. I haven't been in Florida in about 7 years. So I was just like, come on now, let's get this game together. But now let's get to the high vibration of this, Capricorn, because this is what happens when we work towards, when we start letting these things go, take these hooks out and start swimming towards, not towards the air, because fish, but well, you're with me, Capricorn. So get off topic, but with this, when we work on this healing and when we work on letting these things go, start really focusing on this self-care, and all that growth, that's how the prosperity comes in, the luck, the abundance. And it shows you too how resourceful you are, because even when you get down, because this, even just like this energy to me, it gives me very sort of like Ten of Swords vibes, where we just feel like kind of like at this rock bottom here. But even if that's something that's resonating with you, the thing is with the, and that's not here, but it's all from rock bottom, it's all uphill from here. And yeah, that may seem like a journey, but luckily you're the mountain sea goat thing. You're some kind of chimera, so absolutely you can handle it. So let's get a little get some tarot on this. All right. So we got the Hermit in reverse here. We got Four of Pentacles. All right, and when we got the Death card. So here's the thing, Capricorn. I really feel that just with how this stuff is, if this letting go, stress, this imbalance has been, if that's resonating with you, then let's take some time and do some meditation, do some healing, get back in balance. Make sure, and when you're in this stuff, Capricorn, really make sure, just think with this energy that the Four of Pentacles is giving off for me, make sure that we're safeguarding our energies. If we've been feeling down for a while, trying to force through that stuff, it's going to, you may not feel it at the moment, but if we keep cranking like that over time, because even just thinking with this, the Hermit can be like, or the Hermit being in reverse, can be like, we're ignoring like our self-care, we're just sort of like being in, I don't, if we push through this stuff, and listen, this is not me trying to scare you, but it's just getting you to be mindful of every aspect of you, because it's all of these movies, it's all, we have to focus on that, on balance in all areas, Capricorn. And yeah, we got to make sure that we're being mindful of our energies. And if something has been wearing us down, or anything along those lines, let's pause and figure out what we can change. How we can start just really raising our vibration and just getting back to where we can operate at our highest vibration, Capricorn. Because it just, yeah, it does to me. This energy does just kind of feel like that we're almost like that. Like, I don't want to say like ignoring the intuition, but really just like pay attention to your body. Really listen to those signs. Just because because the Hermit is Virgo. Virgo is a very health conscious sign. And I mean just in all aspects, mental, physical, and spiritual. And so just making sure to make you a routine, making sure that self-care is, being mindful of what we're eating, just all of these things, make sure staying hydrated. But I just feel like if, when we start making yourself your habit, Cap, then these this growth that you're going through is, if we've been having a tough time as of late, won't be as, it'll be more smooth as you're going through this journey. I hope that makes sense. But all right, Cap, let's get one more drink and then get one more card. All right, let's see, last card here. See, can't make it up, Capricorn. This one's been going around a little. These balloons have been floating around. This is your card here, Capricorn, the second card of Capricorn, which is the balloons card. And this is a card of fun, freedom. When we talk about high vibrations, relief, rising up, ascension, aspiration, success, joyful, higher perspective, cheerful, attaining goals, stress-free, independent, and let it go. Come on, when we just talked about that, letting things go, letting, living, if we've been stressed out, Four of Swords in reverse, let's take a pause for a second. Let's start doing some high vibe things. Let's start doing some fun, start healing, enjoying yourself. Because, and listen, I don't mean just like because I forgot who else I told this to, but I don't mean just like you're taking like your vacation like once a year. No, I mean like making the fun like a regular thing, whether this is, making more time to, again, like to read a book, or maybe treat yourself to a bubble bath, I don't know, maybe go blow up some balloons, I don't know your life, but and again, judgment-free zone, but just make sure that we're doing things that provide ourselves relief, because then that's how we get to success. That's how we get to that prosperity, that abundance, So we just got to, you got to do you, Cap. Second a card, this is your card here. So your card is telling you to have fun, and that will allow you to, just thinking with this, another thing with the Four of Pentacles, just thinking with that freedom in this balloon card. Really pay attention to things that got you feeling trapped, feeling locked down, whatever that is. And then find ways, how can we alleviate that? How can we just liberate ourselves? Liberate ourselves in a sense. But let's get some tarot on the mix. Oh yeah, look at all. Why are we talking about that? All right, we got a whole little, okay. Yeah, we got a whole little abundant pocket here, Cap. So, oh, wow. Okay. Keep it on. All right. So hang with me. We're about to unpack this. So you have, interesting, more, so we can put that over here because we're letting stuff go. So you got the Five of Cups, Nine of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the World. Those are in reverse. But look at this sick little pocket here, because, and the Tower's in reverse too, but that's sick, because with that you got the Emperor, the Strength card, and the Judgment card, all upright. And, we're going to work this out before I switch back over. But, you know what? Yeah, let's hold on. Let's go ahead and switch back over. Because with this, Capricorn, really, there's this high emphasis just with this. Now we got another cup here, another thing to let go. If something is, because maybe we've been, I feel like with this Five of Cups, if we've just been disappointed with where things have been going so far, if we feel like that what we've been giving in our journey so far hasn't been there's been no reciprocity. And I mean just in general, look at the energy that you're giving these situations in every aspect of your life, and seeing what that return is. And if it's not raising your vibration, because we were talking about that, after the Eight of Cups comes the Nine of Cups, but if we're still not feeling like that's is still resonating with us, then the Tower being in reverse, you have to change something about this, Capricorn, because here's the thing, normally the Tower upright is like a situation that's happening to us, but look at you, Emperor. If you want, you got to take charge of this, especially if you've been feeling that the vibrations have been lower, that things haven't been going your way. This isn't just with your ruler here. Come on, Saturn. If you've been if this picture isn't how you've been looking, take this time, because we were talking about Pluto, take this time, think about what ways we can change, what ways we can get our vitality back, get our confidence back, get to feeling at where our energies, I don't know if you can see that up here, where our energies are in harmony here, Capricorn, because this is a powerful little ending here. And see what happened is when we took the time and focused on our vibrations, when we spent some time focused on the healing, focused on doing things that, again, that just raise us up, and that, because this could be like, really, this is like, if you're not pleased with your job, if you're not pleased with your relationship, if you're not pleased with where you live, then let's all of these problems, concerns, they're all listed right in front of you. What do you want to do with that Knight of Swords? What are you going to do? Even we're graduated. What are you going to do with that Emperor? Really? Because now, really, that's a powerful combination. Mars and Aries, that's Mars rules Aries. And Mars is exalted in your sign, Capricorn. That's a strong placement. So be thinking about this. And you're a strong sign. And know that whatever, don't let any kind of fish hooks, whatever's keep you down. Embrace the change, because here you got another little powerful little combination here. Judgment and Scorpio. Pluto rules over, Judgment card rules over Scorpio. So a lot of this energy is saying, let's take this stuff in our hands, Capricorn, and change the narrative. Let's end this current cycle here. If we've been stuck in like a powerless depression, whatever this is looking like, and let's flip the script. Let's start something new. Let's go on a new fool's journey. So I'm with it. And I'm not coming at you, Capricorn. Mars is in Cancer, so I've been, energy's been feeling a little hot. But it's more so just like and not even more so. It's coming from a passionate place, because yours is a sign that has, and we all have, that great potential. Yours, I feel like it's one that, just for me, it's like, considering how Saturn, can kind of put you through the ringer. It's one that it may take a little time, but man, if you persevere, you just, how can we liven up this journey in the meantime? Man, you talk about abundance in the long game, because that's what I feel like, with Saturn ruling you in Aquarius, you both are about playing the long game. It's good, but it's gonna be totally worth it, and all of this is gonna make sense, and it's just gonna strengthen you in the end. I mean, all right, I'm about to get back into your reading, so give this a thumbs up. Let's get this message circulating. Let's get Capricorns just like rising up. Let's not get, if we've been kind of stuck in a rut. Let's get that goat moving. And then share this if you know someone who's not been feeling like an emperor. Because you got a lot of heat here too. Mars, Aries, and Leo. You got a lot of heat. So let's get these. Get you rising again. Get you back on track here, and then subscribe. While you're having all your fun, and subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I have these videos each week. And then if you're having trouble letting things go and whatnot, maybe getting kind of stuck in your head. I've been on this meditation app. This has been great for if I needed to do some healing. Been on this meditation app for years, Insight Timer. And I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to drop positive affirmations, uplifting messages, balloons if you want, just anything to just raise the vibration, a higher perspective. Please drop some wisdom in there. Talk about your story. And as the group grows, the Emperor and I were just talking about doing something, but thinking about a whole different kind of meditation groups, once as it grows. So come on over there, Cap, and all that information in the description box. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, come on over to my other channel, the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. All right, I'm with it. I like this, because you got the Six of Wands in reverse. And let me tell you why I like that. Because the Six of Wands in reverse, the Six of Wands normally, and I'm going to get your other Oracle card. The Six of Wands is normally a card of celebration. And if we haven't been seeing the celebrations, or been seeing reasons to celebrate, let's put it that way, then let's find that, Capricorn, because sometimes even in these towers, judgments, situations, death situations, hermits. It can be hard to find the nuggets of wisdom in a tougher situation when we're going through a lesson, but they're in there. There absolutely are, and every time we find one, that's one step closer to your Six of Wands. Getting to that victory where everything is, where it feels like you really accomplished something. So every time that you rise above, that you get out of bed and you tackle the day, give yourself a round of applause. And I mean it, because that's like you're taking one step, towards healing, but, hold on. It's all those little victories, that we take those time, like, oh man, okay, let's say, for example, you get caught up in a spiral, you're kind of beating yourself up, but just like, wait, no, I'm better than this. Like, I recognize this situation, I'm rising up. Give yourself a round of applause. That's a win. That's something to celebrate, because no one, really, when you think about the Six of Wands, everyone's there to celebrate. They're all like, woo, you did it. But people don't know what you did, Capricorn. That's the thing. They don't know how, yes, we love the celebration and things, and that's great that we've achieved this stuff. No one knows your journey better than you, and they don't get to see those dark times, when we go through those challenges. But let me see what your other oracle card is. I love it. You got the witch braid in reverse here, and what I feel like with that is, while you're on this journey, because yes, there are going to be tough times. There are going to be moments where you're going to need to make a tower moment, where you're going to need to jump into something maybe we're not feeling, deal with some tough emotions. But just with that witch braid, let's weave in some kindness here, Capricorn. Let's weave in some love, some healing, some fun in this journey. And I know it may seem hard to have fun when we're going through a tough time, but just sitting in that, just kind of steeping and wallowing in it, take it from me. Someone like, again, Cancerian, who's like hyper attuned to emotions, it's no fun. I've noticed every time when I've gone out, just like even when I didn't feel like it, when people are like, come on, let's get out, it's just like, fine. I did end up feeling better, because it was more than what I was doing. All I was going to do back home was just stew in it, doing Nine of Cups in reverse. We want to do Nine of Cups upright. We want to weave this stuff and raise our vibration, Capricorn. So just really be thinking about that. And when we focus on those, we make that a habit, we make that a routine with the Hermit, then you're going to start feeling those wins are going to start coming through. You're going to, the whole picture is going to start making more sense, and just things start falling into place. So, all right, I'm going to leave that there, Cap. You stay safe out there. All this energy. And take some time to heal and raise your vibration to Saturn. Let Saturn know that you're healing, because that's all really Saturn wants from you. Just like, listen, Saturn wants you to put in the work, but he don't want you to work yourself to he don't want you to work yourself to death, literally. He wants you to work yourself to change, to grow, to prosper. So keep that in mind, Cap. Thanks, you too. And I will catch you on the next one later.